Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the ecobee thermostat. So this is actually one of the newer ecobee thermostats that was released, and in this video what I'm going to do is actually walk you through a little bit about the installation. We'll go through the features of the actual ecobee, and then I'll just kind of demo the actual unit so you get an idea of what to expect. So let's first talk about installation. I'm actually running this with a direct C-wire connection. This is actually a finished space that I've turned into kind of a man cave game room, and it was formerly a garage bay that we converted, and I had a plumber come in from a recent oil to gas conversion, and we actually added baseboard heat that goes alongside this whole entire wall all the way back behind this little refrigerator here. So I have the thermostat here on the opposite wall, and in the winter time I can use this as my primary heating versus what I used last year, which was my mini split, which really caused the electrical bill to go quite high. So this is going to be a nice alternative. In terms of the ecobee setup, I have this connected to a Wiesmann combi boiler. Basically we have a C-wire that runs all the way through my garage, basically just leading alongside the entire wall and back behind my garage out there into the actual boiler. Now, going into the ecobee setup, it's fairly straightforward. Basically, once you get this going, initially it's going to have you go through a setup. You'll either register an account or use an existing one. Tapping on the device, you can go through various different settings. So you have your system mode here. Right now it's off because it's summertime, so we don't have the heat on. We can do different comfort settings. So you can do home, away, sleep. You have a setting here which will tell you whether or not any equipment's running, the current temperature, the humidity level in the room, which is 48%. And then we also have this little weather icon, so we can see what the weather is out today, evening, overnight, morning, the time, the date. We can see a 4-day forecast, which is pretty nice, so really easy to read. You also have various different settings in here, so if we jump into the menu here, I can set up specific sensors all around my house, in this case, to maybe get a better idea of what's actually happening in different rooms. In this case, this is my office, and I'm not using the ecobee sensors anywhere else, so it wouldn't make sense in my particular situation. But for many people, this probably would make sense to go and get one of those extra sensors so you can monitor temperatures throughout different areas. You also have fan mode settings here, so obviously right now we don't have a specific fan with this setup, so it doesn't really apply to this particular setup here because we have baseboard. If you had maybe a furnace with like a forced hot air system, that would probably be where this is going to come into play. Now you also have various settings. You can see right now I have it on HVAC mode off. You can do Eco Plus, which basically allows you to do incremental changes that will basically it kind of moves the temperature up and down to get the best use out of the system that you're going to be utilizing for heat. So that way you're more or less saving some money and not having the temperature always maintain at the same pace. It'll kind of change over time. You can set all of your sensors in here. You can see this is just this unit. We can set a schedule. So if we wanted to, we could actually go in and set specific times that we want the temperature to fluctuate. So in this case, because this is in my garage office, I'm probably not going to be sleeping out here. I could have it set to 55 overnight, and then maybe in the morning around 7 a.m., knowing that, let's say I'm going to be out at my office at 7:30, 8 o'clock, I could have the temperature rise a lot higher. So I can kind of play around with that depending, and you can do it by day. You also have vacation modes here, so you can set up specific vacation events if you're going to be leaving. You have various reminders and alerts, so if you want to have any of that configured, you have all of that here. Also maintenance reminders, so all of that's set up in here. You've also got my ecobee Pro settings, so this just kind of shows you how to link up your thermostat, link a specific person in terms of who's maybe set this up for you. And then you've got all your general settings. I was able to connect this to Wi-Fi without many issues, go through the basic setup, and overall I'm very happy with it. There is a backplate option with this because I have a nice large canvas here, and where I decided to place this, I don't really have the room for that, and honestly I think it looks better without it. Overall I'm very happy with the unit, and I think this is something for any home. If you're looking to get a really nice smart thermostat, this would definitely be a really good option. Overall, I prefer the ecobees a little bit more over some of the competitors that are out there, and I found that just overall the style, the look, managing it from the mobile app, all very, very easy to do, and I haven't had any issues with Wi-Fi or anything like that. So anyway, hopefully you guys found this review helpful, and I'll talk to you later.